The following program is sponsored by Capitec. Better never rests.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Insider SA, your guide to living better. Join us today as content creator Mihlali Ndamase encourages her millions of followers to think big. Popular hero of national radio and enterprising businessman TBO shares how he got his touch. Xhosa artist Vuyo Oyiya finds a universe of expression in the everyday doek. DJ Tira shows that rewards do come when you never rest in your quest for better. Teacher turned farmer Ayanda Zulu makes the fields of KZN her new classroom. And the finalists of Mrs. South Africa 2023 ask what they can do for their country. Encouraging married women to think even bigger. The Mrs. South Africa pageant has become a top empowerment program. And over the months of the competition, this year's finalists have seen the benefits.
Today we're rehearsing and we are busy with fittings. It's very exciting energy happening.
Everybody seems so excited to be fitting into all these beautiful designer outfits that we're going to showcase for the finale.
So the outfits we fit on today, we had our opening scene outfits, which is a really cute little frilly number. And then we also have our own queen, Palesa, who has designed us the Maison Lisa denim wear.
So my relationship with Mrs. South Africa purely started in 2020 when I was a semi-finalist. I did not make it through. However, that never stopped me because then out of that experience, that's when my clothing line Maison Lisa came in. And then last year in 2022, that's when I won. And for me, it's a platform that really accentuates who women and really empowers women. And I was empowered by my experience. And for having them wanting me to dress the girls for this year has truly been a blessing.
I entered Mrs. South Africa because I was in a quest for a network of strong, formidable women. I also wanted to use it to elevate my own aspirations, elevate my NGO, just to try and restore the dignity of our school-going children by donating school shoes to them.
I am in the business of feeding hope to people, providing healing for people, and Mrs. South Africa has afforded me the opportunity to do it on a much bigger scale.
I'm currently the only one in Northwest Province representing Northwest. So a lot of young people now are looking at me as part of empowerment to say, if she can do this, it means I can follow any dream that I want to pursue.
I've been focused on being a mom and a wife for the past 2-3 years. It was really time to step back into my own and take a seat at the table.
I needed to do something different, something out of the box, and something to showcase, the minorities that also represent the multi-dimensional, multicultural, multiracial nation of our country.
I want to teach people how to heal. I'm a medical doctor by profession. I'm also a holistic wellness coach. So what I want to do is I want to encourage people to find holistic healing.
Entering Miss South Africa for the second time. First time I did it in 2016. What I loved about how I was empowered in 2016. And I said, I just want to empower myself even more further.
I feel like I portray realness and authenticity and relatability. I'm the real woman out there, the working woman that I'm not always dressed up and in a gown. I'm most of the time in my work outfit, and it's not always pretty,
I've had to learn and stretch myself to points that I didn't think I could stretch, you know what I mean? Like I've literally had to jump hoops and do everything possible that I just didn't think I was even capable of doing, things like sponsorships.
My highlight is the fact that Mrs. South Africa has given me the confidence to step out of my shell and pursue my passion, which is career guidance for the youth.
It's been rough, I didn't sleep last night. I think the nerves are there definitely, but being here today and being in the midst of things, I'm now excited. I actually just want to do rehearsal, do the show, and just shine on the stage.
It's actually mixed feelings. It's more like going to labor. I am expecting a child. I don't know if it's going to be twins or triplets, but there's something that's going to be delivered.
Nerves are great, but it's all about turning those nerves into one big ball of excitement and bringing it on stage and just giving the people a wonderful show.
We have invested so much emotions during the journey, and right now it's the moment where you look back and reflect and you see all the beautiful things, the tears, the sweat, and the joy that you have encountered. So the transformation within ourselves is boosting my confidence.
Hey, so we are backstage right now and all the girls are getting ready. I've got ready, I've done my makeup. I still have my hair to go and my dress, which is exquisite. We had an amazing prelims night yesterday and we are looking forward to tonight's finale. It's a grand event. Each and every woman is looking just amazing, exquisite, awesome, beautiful, all the good adjectives for them. And I've come all the way from India to see who is going to win Mrs. South Africa tonight.
Well, the day has finally arrived and I've got so many mixed emotions, excitement, jitter, but most of all gratitude that I have completed this journey and come this far.
We've obviously spent a lot of time together as women. I've learned so much from the women that I've been with. We have made friendships, we have hugged, we have cried together. I think we all love each other and we wish the best for each other, and we know that each one of us has something special inside of her.
We all bring such different qualities to the table. I mean, you really can't compare. I think they will choose who they think will be the best candidate to be a queen.
I'm exceptionally excited and I'm happy to have all my sisters with me, and we're just rooting for each other, and may whoever win be exactly who we all want her to be.
This is the night that we'll be announcing Mrs. South Africa 2024. I am really looking forward to the opening scene where we'll be dancing, getting it down.
I cannot wait to meet our new queen. It could literally be one of us.
Women need a platform to showcase what we are capable of, our voices, and where our voices are heard. Many women call this actually the NBA of life, and I can attest to that, being crowned in 2019 as Miss South Africa 2020. What this has afforded me in my life, goodness, no, this is definitely still a very, very relevant event.
Truly and honestly, any platform that has a purpose to elevate the woman of South Africa, not just woman of South Africa, but the married woman of South Africa, is absolutely 100% relevant still today. And not only that, they spent 9 months empowering women to do just that. Women are the heartbeat of our communities. They're the game changers. And I have utmost respect for all the women out there that are doing the most to make the small changes that we need every solitary day.
So I've had the privilege of seeing these ladies grow from strength to strength for the past 10 months. To say I am impressed is an understatement. They have moved the dial so high. They are an incredible pool of women. So I must say it has been a very tough one being a judge this year, but I am still excited to see where we land tonight.
As a judge in the Mrs. South Africa organization, I'm looking for somebody who inspires all the ladies. I think it's a time in our country where we need somebody who's a leader, who goes out, who does things and then makes people want to go out and do things by her example. So that's been a very important thing for me throughout this journey, trying to find that spark.
In terms of identifying the ideal candidate, I think there are so many qualities and it's hard to kind of put it all into one box. But certainly somebody who's passionate about the country, I think that's very important, because when you step out into the world competing, as Palisa is going to do in Las Vegas at Mrs. World, we expect of you to carry that South African pride, fly that flag high.
So a lot of people have actually been asking me, how do I feel about, passing over the crown? I'm a firm believer that everything always aligns and happens at the right time. So I think I'm more than happy enough to hand over the crown to the next queen and truly be a sister to her the very same way that, all the ladies have been a sister to me.
For the judges, it was admitted attorney and Labour Relations Manager Tseho Khailai of Centurion who shone the brightest of all. And in the crowd to see her crowned were her son Boikanyo and husband of 4 years, Tsepo Khailai.
This night means to me that dreams are absolutely possible. If you stay dedicated on your course, you can definitely make it. This is an absolutely huge night for me.
It's been what we've been praying for. It's been what we've been preparing, and had sleepless nights just to make sure that she's at her best.
My journey through this process wouldn't have been the same if it wasn't for the relationships I managed to create throughout my journey. I've made friends, I've made sisters, I've made business partners, I've networked, and I've had a very smooth and pleasant journey with the Mrs. South Africa organization, and I'm just excited about what the future holds for all of us.
As an attorney, labor relations manager, and mother of one, Tshego Kgailai is just the kind of Mrs. South Africa needs. Up next, Metro FM DJ and entrepreneur TBO Touch shares his life lessons. From the record of his achievements in radio and business, it does seem that everything TBO touches turns to gold. The Metro FM host and media and property entrepreneur has even helped turn a motorsport with a bad rap into a pop culture hit in a safe environment. And here's how he did it.
What's up, Insider SA? My name is TBO Touch. I'm letting you come and spend a day and time with me. You already know I'm with the king of spin, so it's not a game, okay? Watch me do it from here, studio, office, golf, everything. Giving it all to you right here on SABC3. Let's go. Yo, king.
My man.
Yes, sir.
TBO Touch.
My king. My man. Let me ask you, can an ordinary person on day one learn how to drift on their own?
No.
Because, it's a process.
It's a process.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll end up breaking a lot of things, your clutch, your engine, or even getting involved in an accident.
Sure.
Because this thing, it requires a lot of speed.
I got you.
To enable you to spin.
I got you.
It's a very big process. You check the tires. Are your tires okay? Are your wheel starts okay? Like your normal K53, you check all those things. Because you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you start spinning and the wheel comes off. It happens. We see it more often in the races that we are attending. And then it will go to the audience or to the spectators. So that's why you have these high walls here at Kwamakesh, spinning and drifting. Safety is the number one priority.
As a child, I think for any black child who grew up watching TV, we learned about cars from all kinds of sports, F1, even Elokshin. You can't grow up in the hood and not aspire to be like the guys, the big brothers who used to bring all these fancy cars from Sharpeville, where I'm from. We used to be famous with this culture of Matarian. Guys who will be spinning, driving all supercars. So yeah, it's been part of my life growing up. We had to bring in the baby beast, Umakesh. Let's do something special, all right? Let's go. Done. Azish. Oh, I'll go way back. Makesh is family to me. Then that was our super family, from childhood. And I just got to learn more that he was into drifting. And I could not believe it. I was like, oh, hold on 1 second. If he has taught so many people, I'm not gonna miss the opportunity. So I reached out to him and we finally said, listen, we're gonna do it live on air. And we were the first ever to do a spinning broadcast like this. And from that experience, it made people want to see drifting different. We used to associate it as a reckless activity that doesn't consider safety. But if you come to this kind of environment and appreciate the type of compliance that goes in spinning, you'll get to realize it's actually a rehabilitation extramural exercise. I've always been an entrepreneur at an early age of my life. I don't remember a day where I'm not selling anything. Vegetables, fruits. I had people that inspired me in Sharpeville to be a serial entrepreneur, and I never believed that textbooks have my ultimate destination in the kind of life I wanted to live. So I had to infuse textbook experience and business experience at an early age. And the people that inspired me the most were the retailers of our time. Everybody will tell you in a township, there's always that famous family that owns shops. So I volunteered. I did more volunteering than getting paid for everything I do. Most people, when they start a relationship, how much are you paying me? That has never been me. Because I understand the principles of business is relationship before money. And that's what I invested in. It was just natural for me to see my life turning out as who I am today. Oh man, phew. Listen, the adrenaline is crazy. This is the best teacher. Like, do yourself a favor. When you hear the dates open up for the Magesh Training and Drifting Academy, better have your name on that list. I'll tell you.
Poet.
Aye.
You see that round?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, top.
Clean.
Top. Clean. Now I know you're upgraded now. Straight.
When it comes to building business relationships, nothing beats a round of golf.
We are at Kyalami Country Club, one of my favorite golf courses because the fairways are quite narrow, so it helps me hit straight shots. But also, I just appreciate the landscape out here. I've been quite raspy on my irons. I'm not happy with my shots, so hopefully today I'm gonna get it right. You know, this game is never guaranteed as far as your stroke and swing. They say golf is a game of misses. You probably hit 85 shots in a round of golf. And of those 85 shots, 5 are your best shots. So I'm just working on those best 5 shots. I would love to lower my handicap, but I wouldn't be doing radio if I had a low handicap. I'm not a pro, but every player strives to be better. Otherwise, what are we here for? It's a very expensive game, so you can't always be below average. Living abroad definitely shaped me because I didn't know what limits are. I feel like the opportunity to live overseas is one that anyone who has the affordability to do so, it's critical because you learn how the globe operates, how the world functions. And I'm grateful because I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't have that experience. I just needed a global perspective of what I do. I needed to see, can my gift flourish on international scale? Well, I connect with myself by doing what I'm doing right now. I connect with myself by praying a lot. I meditate every morning around 4 o'clock. I hardly sleep. If I get 4 hours of sleep, man, that's paradise. So when I find a chance where the house is quiet and nobody's moving around, my dogs are sleeping, that's when I connect deep with myself. I'm not a fan of giving people 3 steps of success because our journeys are never the same. I don't believe in 5 steps of success. There's no such a thing as 10 steps of success. All I can tell you is, if you want to be successful in this world, you're going to have to feed off your own energy. You're going to have to understand that people will not share the same value system as you do. Don't let it diminish the value that you are. People have a tendency not to understand greatness. So if you know you're great, if you know that you are born to do magic, don't hold back. Be present to every moment. And try by all means to develop thick skin. So by all means, do you 24/7. If you're failing with doing that, listen to me every day. You'll pick up some great energy. Finally, back to what I do most, back to what I love most, and I've been having such a good time hanging out with you. I hope you enjoy yourself. Now let's tune in, 3 to 6, Metro FM. It's where you want to be, you feel me? Insider SA, let's go. I want to give a special shout out to the whole crew from Insider SA. What is the show about?
So the show is about not just, the people that we look up to, the icons, but it's also about the everyday people who are making moves out there, creating their own stories out there. So we profile a lot of people that, are doing their own thing, like yourself, self-made people who are out there.
So the touchdown is about energy, man. If you feel like having a good time, learn, be inspired, this is the place to be. We give it to you all, you know what I mean? It's happy people coming together. I think radio is my life. Radio is everything to me. I mean, I love TV. I did TV and I still do TV. I'm doing TV right now, but radio is everything. It's the biggest medium in the world. And it helps you connect with people, emotionally, spiritually, in all aspects. I just want to tell every child that's not clear of their destiny right now, you are not in the wrong place. You are not lost. I was lost too. Matter of fact, I'm getting in the right track. I'm getting whole. I'm replenishing. So don't write yourself off. You're good people. Thank you for hanging out with me. Today I gave you a bit of my journey, you know, from what I do and what I love. And I hope you enjoyed watching this show as much as I enjoyed giving you the presentation. From now on, you already know, Insider SA, SABC3, hang with your boy, Metro FM all day, all right?
Some say you are what you think, others that you are what you do. TBO Touch proves it's best to be both. Just ahead, how Mihlali Ndamase built a blockbuster social media brand from the ground up. No one can accuse Mihlali Ndamase of lacking ambition. With 2.2 million followers on Instagram, the best part of 500,000 subscribers to her YouTube channel, and a career that takes her from London to Zanzibar to Egypt, she has taken her ideas and built a rock-solid brand.
Hi Insider SA, my name is Mihlali Ndamase and I'm based in Johannesburg. I'm a multi-award-winning digital content creator, CEO of Malachite, as well as a YouTuber. And you guys are going to be spending the day with me today. So let's head into gym first and get fit. Hey bro, what's up?
All right.
So guys, this is James, my fitness trainer, my personal wellness coach. He is the founder and owner of VIP Fitness. So what are we going to be doing today?
All right, so today I'm going to be taking Mihlali through a full body workout. Starting from the bottom, we're going to move to the core and then upper body. Let's make it shake, all right?
Let's make it shake.
One time.
My weight loss journey started about 2 or 3 years ago, and I successfully lost 12 kgs. And for me, it's important because my job requires me to be in front of the camera all the time, to be interacting with people all the time. And when I feel my best, I can perform my best. So that's why it's important to me. The exercises I do with James, my least favorite is anything that has to do with upper body because I have zero upper body strength. My favorite is anything to do with squats because obviously as a woman, the booty is always a priority, the thighs being firm is always a priority, getting rid of the cellulite is a priority. So I love my weight training lower body, hated upper body.
I think over the years I've gone to understand who she is and how she works. And yeah, for me it's fun working with Mihlali. She is a free spirit, she's an awesome human being and respectful to my craft, so that's it. So obviously Mihlali is a very busy person. Keeping up with her schedule and nutrition is quite difficult. So I've decided to take it upon myself to make sure that I am her accountability partner and not just a personal trainer. So more of a, Mihlali, where are you today? Like, we're supposed to have a session. Mihlali, have you eaten today? You're supposed to have 2 meals. And what was in your meals? Have you been doing what I've asked you to do, as opposed to just waiting for her at the gym and hoping she actually makes it? It takes more than just being a trainer.
Fitness is important to me because I feel like it has a huge impact on my mental health, number one. I feel much more clear and level-headed when I am training. And it is also important for not only feeling good about myself externally, but internally it contributes a lot to my health. And obviously, as you know, with my job, it can get very demanding. Sometimes it's difficult to watch your diet. So I try to make up for those gaps by training.
If Mihlali's social media platforms are the bricks of her career, then the cement is her self-discipline. It starts with her workout, goes right into breakfast, and continues throughout the day.
Hey guys, welcome to my home. So it's very important for me to make a healthy meal after gym. What I'm going to be making today is scrambled egg with some cherry tomato, spinach, and avo. And honestly, we know that bodies are made 80% in the kitchen and 20% at gym. So your diet needs to support all the work that you put in at the gym. Hence why my breakfast needs to be healthy. What I eat is very important to me because I have a history of acne, first and foremost. So it's important to have a healthy diet because what you put in your body reflects on the outside. And also outside of that, with gym, if you are trying to get results quickly, you need to make sure that you're putting good food into your body, food that contributes to your strength, your performance at the gym, and also protein, which helps with building muscle. So diet is very important to me. The most challenging part of this weight loss journey, I think, is genuinely just temptation, especially when you are constantly around people or surrounded by people. Not everyone has the same goals when it comes to their health. And generally just even driving on the road. I mean, there's so many fast food franchises on the road, you know. And how do I overcome it? I just constantly have to remind myself that I have a goal that I need to achieve, and I must just put my head down and focus. But I'm not perfect. I sometimes do slip into the temptation. I would say to my younger self is don't stress too much, don't overthink things that are not necessary, that are not important at the time, because everything's gonna fall into place. And also constantly be assertive and unapologetically yourself. Don't be afraid to take up space, because trust me, the rooms you aspire to be in are the rooms you deserve to be in. My favorite spot in my home is, well, I have two. First, in my living area, because I get to relax and watch TV. It's great for downtime. It's also the common area that I relax in when I have family over or friends. Second favorite spot is definitely my studio/beauty room, because that's where I get glammed for events, and that's where I film my YouTube content, and it just feels like that little room that's like every girl's dream. So it's just my little girl heaven. Welcome to my beauty room/home studio, and this is basically where the magic happens for my YouTube channel. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to be doing my updated everyday go-to makeup look. My makeup journey started when I was a little girl. I used to steal my mom's makeup and wear her red lipstick to camp. I'll never forget this red lipstick that got me into so much trouble with the teachers at school. And then fast forward, I grow up. I'm in boarding school, Peter Maritzburg. I'm at an all-girls school. What do we do on weekends to entertain ourselves? We're in the computer room, indulging on the internet. So that's when I discovered the online community on YouTube, and I really just fell in love with the space. I became addicted to watching tutorials, and at the time I didn't know how I'd monetize the space, but when you get to a point where you're in grade 11, 12, it's career choices. I knew I wanted to be either in marketing for a beauty powerhouse, or have my own cosmetics line, or work within the branding space, or be a beautician. So it all just really ties together and highlights how passionate I am about the beauty industry. While freelancing as a makeup artist, I saved money to buy my first camera, and that's when I started my digital journey. I literally sat down one day, decided I'm gonna review this foundation for a brand, and things picked up from there. I can't necessarily say it's luck. There was a lot of work that went into it. There still is a lot of work that goes into it. It's constantly about innovating yourself. It's constantly about doing your research, upping your game in terms of quality, because it's now becoming such a fast-paced industry and it's becoming saturated. And how else do you stand apart? Put your best foot forward. Highlighting, you always want to bring forward certain features of your face, so I focus this on the inner corners of my eyes. Now I'm going in with the damp beauty blender just to blend all of that out. Tap, 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 and you really need to be patient with the blending process. Otherwise, you'll end up with makeup that is not well blended and looks very patchy. Obviously, this is an optional step. You don't have to go according to any rule book when it comes to beauty. It is a form of art and expression. So today I partnered with TK, who is a great photographer in Johannesburg, to execute something different. We've shot quite a lot together, a lot of portrait looks, very typical glam. So we wanted to do something different and bring a more creative, artistic element to glamour. So art meets glam.
I really enjoy shooting. The nicest thing is that we get the shots quicker and she knows what she wants. And I've always tried to meet what she wants and meet the standards of her work and the standards of her caliber as a brand.
I want to inspire young girls and boys in Africa by just being the example that your dreams are valid, especially as a creative. Being a black child is so difficult, especially when you come from a traditional home. When you want to pursue a creative route, it's often not supported by parents because they don't understand. All they know is your doctors, your accountants, your medicine. So I want to be that example that you can pursue something that you are passionate about within the creative space and excel at it, and also the fact that there's so much more to see in the world. Your world is your oyster.
So long as you keep creating pearls. And those which Mihlali Ndamase produces on the daily have clearly found their market. Next up, striving to do better, DJ Tira has your back. And you say doek, I say work of art.
Sponsored by Capitec. Better never rests.
DJ Tira is the picture of a man who thinks on a grand scale and doesn't waste a moment until he's turned his aspirations into achievements. It's made him the ultimate inspiration to others and the most natural ambassador for Capitec's latest Better Never Rests campaign.
Yeah, I decided to partner with Capitec on this initiative because I think it's an awesome project. As people, sometimes we can be so careless with money, but Capitec is here to make sure that we save so that we can live better. And better never rest. And that means so we've got so many dreams that we want to achieve. And Capitec is also here to make those dreams come true.
Our selection of clients for this initiative was pretty simple. We put a post out on social media asking people to dream big and to dream with us. And from there, it was really easy. It's all about supporting our clients. So we randomly selected a few Capitec clients to come and enjoy a surprise and delight with us.
Today we're doing things a little bit different. The one and only Makoya Bearings is a service consultant at Capitec. People are going to be coming in and I'm going to be surprising them with this and that. It's all happening right here at Capitec, and today it's a beautiful day.
Tina Thomas got into law to help those who cannot afford justice. Becoming a conveyancer will pay her bills and allow her to pursue her passion.
In 2020, I graduated with a law degree, and then in 2021, I started my articles, which is mandatory. But then my mom took ill, so I had to cede my articles. And then at the start of this year, I decided that I was going to pick this up again after my mom passed away. It's what she would have wanted. And the dream is to become a conveyancer. And these things cost money. As a Capitec client, I follow Capitec on all the social platforms, and I found this competition and I thought, well, you can't win unless you enter. I got a call from Capitec and they asked me to meet them here, so I'm excited. I don't know what to expect.
For a start, DJ Tira behind the counter was quite a surprise.
We have something special that we want to do for you. What would you say if I say Capitec is going to give you 25,000 rands towards your education? Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. This is not candid cameras, okay?
Congratulations. That's Capitec for you, ne?
Whoa.
We want you to live better.
I'm a bit overwhelmed.
It's okay, you are allowed. Thank you very much.
Whoa. It's going to take care of everything. I feel awesome. Thank you, Capitec. Thanks, everyone.
IT analyst Sinalo Mtyali is working hard to give his parents an easier life, and that requires a side hustle.
My passion for music started from a young age. Was always exposed to a lot of music, and podcasting actually is quite recent, but I realized that there's actually a gap in the market and we could talk about music in podcasting because that's very rare. So I was like, that's something I could go for. The steps that I need to take in order to galvanize this dream would be to gather a team that would be able to work on this dream of mine and get proper equipment to be able to establish this dream properly.
Next client, please. Afternoon. Hello, sir.
Oh, Mr. Tira.
At your service. Capitec is happy to give you your own podcast equipment. Congratulations!
Thank you so much.
So now,
thank you.
I can't wait to be invited to be part of your podcast. Yeah!
I'd like to say thank you so much to Capitec. I'm very, very proud and happy to receive this. I'm actually mixed emotions, but thank you to Capitec for making this dream come true.
Mike Klink has had a library card from the age of 4. He's come to see how this environment of learning transforms lives and has dedicated his own life to that.
I am a social entrepreneur and I serve as the chairperson of the Friends of Central Library. I deliver free programs like job readiness, free business support, English competency, financial literacy, and also we're looking at within next year to address free digital literacy for our patrons. There are a lot of citizens who can't afford training and exposure to these particular services. So by doing free programs in the library, we can then bridge that step in their competency and also help to restore their economic dignity.
How is Capitec treating you?
With respect, my brother, good service. I've been with them since I think 2015 and definitely excellent.
Okay, how are your savings coming along?
What I do is I invest a lot of my own personal funds in my projects. So am I getting by? Yes. Do I need a little more? Yes.
On behalf of Capitec, and Capitec showing you that they want to grow with you.
Yes.
They want you to live better.
And my community to live better.
And your community to live better. Today, they are giving you a flexi voucher worth 20,000 rands.
This is...
Congratulations! Mike.
Hit me one time.
Mike, are you there? Mike, are you there?
Wow, this is exceptional. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
It's a celebration.
And we're gonna live better now.
And thank you to the Capitec community.
Thank you.
Thank you for serving.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Cheers. This is really going to help. It's going to impact on so many lives. And as Africans, we touch each other's lives in a big way. And we're all storytellers. And so now we are part of Capitec's story. Thank you.
My highlight for today was to see the Better Never Rest campaign doing wonders for people, making people happy, making people's dreams come true. So for me, it was a beautiful day. Happy smiles, happy faces, happy people, happy bank. Everybody's happy.
It happened for Mike, Sinalo, and Tina, and it can happen for you. If Better Never Rest sounds like the way to make a difference in your life, then start now with a chance to win R1,000 courtesy of Capitec. To enter, reply to the competition post on the insidersa.co.za social media platforms and tell us what dream you've achieved with the help of Capitec using the hashtag #BetterNeverRests. T's and C's apply and can be found on the Insider SA website. Now, we meet a woman whose life as a TV producer and events manager in the film world was just a doorway. One which opened her mind to the idea that maybe she was a work of art herself.
My name is Vuyo, that's what I'm known for, but it's Vuyo Oyiya, and it's a Xhosa name, and when you translate it as the one with the happiness within, so that has been my calling in life. So when I met Kulu, aka Doek, we started talking about, because I had this doek on, and then he just asked why I wear it. And the story behind it was that I wear the doek to balance my emotions, to balance my intentions, and also it has become this morning meditation in motion and setting intention for my day.
Art without story is not art. It's decoration or it's interior design. As she was telling her story, I told her, you are art. You're actually walking art. And that narrative needs to be told to a lot of people. So you can do that with audiovisual, filming the artist, but you can also multiply that in making sculptures. So that's what we do. We create fine art. So the artist is at the center. The artist creates the narrative, and then it's my task in the Queenie collab to put different players together to actually make all this happening.
For me, it's always hard to use myself as an example for other people's lives, but it's always an honor when people come and say I inspire them, because it's just that I hope that the inspiration they get is more about this art of kindness and the spirit of Ubuntu that I try to carry with me everywhere. And I always pray that whatever inspires that they find inspiring to me is more about it will have a ripple effect, that I was kind and then they just like pay that kindness forward.
So it started with Vuyo telling me the narrative, and then she creates these doeks that she is wearing herself. From there, we have to come to a sculpture, which is painted. So obviously, you need a sculptor creator. I met Olivia Dunkley. She's an amazing three-dimensional artist. So she sculpts three-dimensionally on computer.
I come in with quite a bit of the pipeline. So I do the scanning. So if we have physical objects that need to become digital, then I'll scan those in. But if we want to start absolutely from the ground zero, then I'll sort of go in with actually creating the models. So starting from a base shape and sculpting and transforming that, almost like working with digital clay into a whole new model.
So then what we do from the sculpture that Olivia created, we then make a mold. And then in that mold, we make replicas. One of the replicas is used as a base for Vuyo to make her doek. So she actually makes the real doek, and that we transform into a sculpture. So we basically take the doek, then we basically make it a heart. And that is done by David.
So the first thing that I do in the studio, I put the doek, I position the doek, then I make sure everything is tight. I mix my mixing, the epoxy, then I take my tissue. So I'm gonna put one layer to all details and fill it up. So first layer, then I'll leave it, then it cures. So once it cures, all the details can move, then I'll remove it from this origin, then I take it to the bigger one. Once I position it, then I start applying more tissue, then it's become rock hard. So once it's rock hard, then I said, like, okay, so I need to put the pigment. Then I leave it for 4 to 5 days. Then we prime it, then we leave it like that.
When Doek presented me with the opportunity to be one of the painters to do the crown chakra project, I obviously looked at Vuyo's initial concept and idea and what it is she wanted to translate into physical form. So my first instinctive thought that came up is I want to do a jungle, because I was thinking jungle women, like powerful. And I also love the idea of layering. So in a jungle, you have the shorter plants, the medium plants, the really tall trees, and it's the terrain where these powerful animals are at play. So it was specifically important for me to have some big cat represented, because I love how they express feminine power, because they can be extremely vicious and powerful, but they can also be soft and playful. And then I translate that onto the actual doek.
I don't go out in public without my doek. You have to leave things to mystery, you know, as a woman. And also, I love how it breaks the ice. I love how I've forged a relationship with strangers, because they are amazed and they'll come to you and say, what's underneath the scarf? And then you're like, it's a mystery. And then they will come up with this crazy ideas. The craziest one was, do you put paper underneath it? And then I was like, no, I'm not that extreme. So it is a mystery. This queen, we call it the crown chakra universe. The inspiration behind it is that as women, we embody this creation of life. So the universe, as boundless as it is, so is the core essence of being a woman. And then what I love about this is that they say that once you've got the world on your lap, it's like the world is your oyster, but imagine having the entire universe, which is the whole thing I believe about us as women, that we can cure ourselves, we can heal ourselves, we can heal others, and then I call it like an untapped reservoir of healing. I feel like if women are united, we can heal the world and we'll live in a better place.
Vuyo Oyiya's headwear is spectacular, but it's what's inside her heart and mind that most impresses. Up next, teacher turned farmer Ayanda Zulu makes the fields of KZN her new classroom.
Sponsored by Capitec. Better never rests.
Feeding Feeding the Rainbow Nation is a challenge which KwaZulu-Natal's Ayanda Zulu grasped with both hands. From her start farming beans on land made available by the local chief, she now owns and runs a 500-hectare operation in Eshawe.
Hi Inside SA, my name is Ayanda Zulu. I'm a farmer, a businesswoman, and a speaker. This is Wenzoguhle, my farm. Come see what I do. Here at Wenzoguhle, we farm livestock and a bit of crops. So with our livestock, we do Brahmins, beef masters, and Bonsmaras. We crossbreed, so we breed and sell to the closest feedlots. And with our goats, we use them for filming. So because they're Nguni goats, they usually get to be booked for shows. When I started farming, my ultimate goal was to get rich. I mean, we all want to get rich, right? But as I went, I saw that farming requires patience. It requires a lot of time. So you need to come in it with a straight mentality and not think when you're a farmer, you make money. I'd probably not even eat the fruits, and maybe my children will, because during this time, it's just work. You're investing more than anything. It teaches me to always keep calm in situations, so I make very good decisions because I'm always in the calm sense, because I live around nature, I live around cows, I live around goats. You are more closer to God when you're a farmer than you are when you're at church, because then your crops sometimes don't come out. You can plant and it doesn't happen like you wished, and sometimes it does, even abundantly. So you get to learn a lot about life and you motivate yourself through farming, so it keeps you going. How I established this farm, it needed a lot of capital because I had to start with the kraal and do renovations and also fencing, because it was a farm that was neglected for the longest time. So it wasn't easy because it required a lot of capital, from buying the cattle to buying goods and also making sure that they're in good health. So when I started, it was really, really hard. My staff at Wenzoguhle, they're the best. We work as a team, we understand each other, and it's easy to communicate because everybody has access to everyone. So you can see that we can take this on the next level. Not just for me, because I also want to see them owning their own. So here it's just learning about the tactics on how to manage a farm, on how, if one day you own one, how you're going to do it. So it's more of they get inspiration while they're working, because none of them say, I want to work in a farm forever. I know I'm just training people that will own farms.
Fikela ngazi ukuthi inkomo kwenzakalani inkomo nje bengikufunda theoretically, but mase ngifika lana sengikwenza practically ngabona ukuthi akukho nzima njengalendlela lesifunda ngayo encwadini.
It's very important for me to uplift and inspire other young farmers in the industry. Giving information, sharing information of what I know actually keeps me running, because I love it when somebody else comes back to me and say, Ayanda, look what I've done, look where I am, and I know I was a big part of that, especially Black young women, because it's possible.
Achievers like Ayanda Zulu see that the pot at the end of our rainbow must be filled with food, and she's making sure she's there to help do that.
Another feel-good production.